Hi, this is Asing. You are now watching Asing SL TV. Today, we'd like to share the sorting and the filtering function in Excel. Let's proceed to the Data tab. Look for the group sort and filter. When we click on filter, by default, the selection of options for the filter is available in the first row of the data, as we can see here. And let's say we want to implement the filter for a particular row, we should first select a row, then only we click on the filter, and their filter will happen here, as we can see. When we click on this down arrow button, we can choose to sort the data according to ascending alphabetical order or descending alphabetical order. We can also choose to sort the data from small to big or big to small. Besides, we could also choose to perform custom sorting. Click on this down button as well, but this time we look for sort by color and click on custom sort. Or we can simply click on the sort from the sort and filter group. From here, we could apply different levels when sorting. We could first sort by age from small to big, followed by the sub-IDs from small to big as well, followed by the name from small to big as well, and lastly followed by the gender. We should always bear in mind that Excel will treat the first category with the highest priority. So as we can see, sort by age, then by staff ID, then by name, which means that within the age, we arrange for the staff ID. Within the staff ID, we arrange from the name, and within the name, we arrange from the gender. So let's say we want to have within the gender, then only we check for the rest. We should move gender to the topmost level. This is very important. Let's check the result. So from here, we could see that, as we can see, we will first have all the female before we obtain male, as we can see. So the topmost category will give the greatest priority. On the other hand, we could also click on this down arrow button to filter the data. We could choose to filter the names that begins with, for example, begins with B. And we click on OK, we should have names that starts with B, as we can see here. If we need more condition, we can click on this drop down as well, but we look for custom filter, and we can choose to have the logical operation and or, and means that both criteria must be fulfilled at the same time. Or means that either one fulfill will do. So if let's say we choose or, for example, contains the letter D. When we click on OK, we should have both starts with B and contains the letter D. If you use the operation or, and we should have either one will do, which means that either we have D or either we start with B, as we can see here. We could also filter the data according to the color. For example, we can choose to have orange, as we can see here, only orange. If we want to introduce more conditions, instead of using the filter function, we can make use of the advanced function. What we have to take care here is we have to make sure that the criteria range include the header that is exactly the same as the data range. Let's try. For example, let's say you want to have the name that starts with B. At the same time, the gender is M. If let's say we want to have the operation and, which means that we must put at the same row, which means that we have to ask the Excel to check that both conditions are being fulfilled, then only we fill the value. So let's check. So select the data range, click on advanced, make sure the data range is correct, and we insert the criteria range. Select the header and also the criteria, and click on OK, and we should have the data that we want. As we can see, start with B, at the same time gender M. To remove the filter, we just have to click on clear. So how, let's say we change to different rows, and now we should check the result. So again, click on the data range, click on advanced, change the criteria range to name, gender until M. Click on insert, and we should have different output as we can see. Either we have the gender, which is M, or their name starts with B, which is different from the result that we obtained just now. Now, let's say we want to include also the criteria that for a specific range. For example, the one who born after 1998. So we have to start from the 31st of December 1998. The one that greater than. So we have to type the criteria clearly and we select the data range, go to advanced, change the criteria range, include the date of birth and click on OK. And we should have those that born after 1998 as well as the name start from B and its gender M. Last but not least, if let's say we wish not to remove duplicates but we want to hide the data only, we can also make use of the advanced function. For example, let's say we want to have one person from each gender. Instead of removing the data, let's make use of the advanced function. So click on the advanced. Make sure that the criteria range is empty and we check on the unique records only. What we want here is change the list range to gender only. And now click on OK. And we should now have only one male and one female. Besides, we could also create copies for no duplicates. Let's try. We also can click on Let's Advance. So we just copy to another location but must be on the current sheet. So select a location, unique records only, and click on OK. As we can see, we have only one male and one female. So we clear the filter. As you can see, we have only one male and one female. No duplicates at all. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. See you.